Guys, okay, so yesterday I posted pictures of the windows that I completed, and a bunch of people were asking me how I got the lettering so big for it to fit on my mats. So you can only buy a mat that's either 12 by 12 or 12 by 24. I personally only have the 12 by 12 mats. So what I did is I went ahead and I typed out my word that I'm going to use. I also went up here and changed the font. Now the font I believe is Chloe. You can change the style. The style is at regular. You can make it bold. Bold makes it kind of look blocky. I personally like the regular. So I'm going to go back to regular. Now for my sizing, let me move this up here. For my sizing, up here at the top, it says size. And you see this little lock and unlock button? Okay, if you change the width, let's just change the width to 24. 24 inches. Okay, well it brought it up, but it made it to where my height was 7.083. If you don't want your height, if you want to change your height yourself, then what you'll do is you'll click unlock, and it unlocks the lock. So whenever you go in and you type in 24 inches, okay, and then, see, now it didn't change it. So now you can come over here and you can change it. Let's just do, let's do 11 inches. So it brings it, it makes it a little longer. Okay, now, in order for me to attach the letters, there's one of two ways I could do it. One, I could come up here to letter spacing, and I could just, well, it's easier if you just click 0, and you just go down. See how it brought it all together? And then you just go down from there. So you're pretty much squishing it all together to where you kind of like it. See, that's a little too much. So we're going to go back up. We're going to give it a minute. Now you can always just come in and you can type -9. Well, -0.9. Which makes it okay, but the E looks a little funny, so we're going to bring it back up just a little bit. I personally like doing it this way. It's a little time consuming. Only because I found that whenever and I'll show you in a minute. Oh, that's too much. Whoa, too much, too much, too much. Go back. Okay, anyways. So, if you can also come over here to your ungroup. See that little button? Ungroup, and you can ungroup it. So now before it was all together, but now it's an individual letter. So I can individually take, and I can say, okay, well, I want my E connected to my S and my H a little closer, but I want to connect my T to my H, and then my O to my T, my L to my O, and we're not going to connect our C and our L. So now this is all kind of somewhat connected. So now we're going to go back. I found that it was a little difficult because you can move your letters up and down, which will throw off the straightening of your word. We're going to bring this down so we somewhat have it straight. Okay, so I did that. Okay, so now it's still individually ungrouped. So now you have to come over here, anywhere, click anywhere, and you select the entire word. Okay, so I did that, so now it's all together. So now you come back over here and you click group. So now it groups it all together. Okay, well now it's still individually, each letter is still individual. So you want to click attach down at the bottom. And then you want to click weld down at the bottom. Click weld. So now it's all one piece. And when I go to cut, now my T to my H and my O to my T they're going to cut as one part. Okay, so now here comes the fun part. Alright, so if we go ahead, since obviously this is bigger than our mat, if we go over here and we click make it, it's going to say at least one of your images is larger than 11.5. So it's not going to see now it brought it up to a 12 by 24 mat. If you have a 12 by 24 mat, by all means use it. If not, you're going to click OK. I personally don't have a 12 by 24 mat, so I only have a 12 by 12 mat. So we're going to go back and we're going to insert a shape. And I'm going to choose a square because my mat is a square. And then we're going to go up here to sizes. Back to our sizes. See right there? Our size right there. Okay. We're going to go back to size. And we're going to bring it to 11 inches. We're going to make our square in 11 inches. Okay. So we're going to click on this. We're going to click on our close. We're going to click arrange. And we're going to bring our close forward. And it's easier for you to, for me it was easier to change my color of my font to a brighter color. So I just stuck with the blue, the teal. Okay, so now you can somewhat see what you're doing. So you kind of just move around to where you like it to go. I don't want to put my little bit of my H. See, if I drag my C all the way over to the edge, see how it kind of has a little bit of the H hanging on there? I don't want to cut that part. I kind of want to keep it easy as possible and cut everything at once. So I'm just going to cut C-L-O-T. Okay? So once you've got that placed where you want it, you're going to come over here and you're going to click on your close. Okay, bear with me because I have to do this one-handed. You're going to click, let's see, how am I going to do this? You're going to do Control on your keyboard. Okay, and then you're going to click on close and you're going to click on the square. And when I do that, if you look down here, before, see how this wasn't the word slice? I don't know if you can see that, it's a little hard. So slice is not highlighted. Okay, so if I go back to close, see how it's still not highlighted? If I click on close and I click Control on my keyboard, which is right there, and I click, one-handed again, sorry guys. Control, close, and then I click on the square. See now, here we go. Okay, see now, slice is highlighted. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on slice once you do that. Okay, so we sliced it. So now we're going to take and remove this part. And we're just going to delete this one because we don't need this one. So we're just going to delete that. Keeps your mat nice and clean. And then we're going to take your square or your word, whichever you prefer. Take your square, because you don't need the square anymore either, and you're going to delete that. So now all you have is C-L-O-T. And then you're going to go back and you're going to repeat the same thing. So you're going to go back and you're going to insert another square. You could probably duplicate it. It would make it a lot easier on you. We're going to move the T, or the rest of the word close, H-E-S. Move that to the front. Put that on your mat, on your square. Get it as close as possible. See, this is going to hang off. That little bit of hook will hang off. Now, I personally don't mind it being just a hair, like you won't be able to notice it. But if you would like, again, you can click Control, and then you're going to slice that image again. So now we have the rest of that. You delete this part because you don't need it. And then you pull that one over and you delete the square because you don't need it. Now see this little bitty, that little teeny thing? I personally don't care if it's missing that little bitty smidgen of a piece. So I'm just going to delete that too. Okay, so now we have two separate words. We have close, but we have C-L-O-T, and then we have H-E-S. Okay, so now if we go back over here to make it now, it's going to pull it all up. And now it's on two separate mats right here. Mat 1, mat 2. And then if you look over here, it's a 12 by 12 inch mat. Because that's all I have is a 12 by 12 inch mat. Now if you have a 12 by 24 inch and you want to do that, then that's fine. But if you're going to do a bigger sizing of your lettering, this size was perfect for what I was trying to do. But if you want to do even bigger, then this is how you're going to do it. You're going to slice it, everything that I showed you. You're going to, you know, insert your squares and you slice it and all that stuff. So I hope this video is helpful. I hope everyone, it was an easy thing for everyone to kind of catch on to do. It took me a while to figure it out. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment below. That's fine. I will try my best to answer as many questions as I possibly can. Like I said, I am new to this. The project that I did yesterday was my very first project on Cricut. So I'm very excited about it. Like I said, feel free to comment. Ask as many questions as you can. I will do my best to help you. And thanks for watching.